Destiny 2's vision boils down to this really simple statement. It's a world I want to be in. When I go there, there's always amazing things for me to do. And if I want, there's always someone for me to play with.
This isn't a video that I was planning on making. Back in December, I said I was done with Destiny 2, and this is still true. But there have been a vast number of players who've asked me why I left. And to be fair to them, my video that I'm done with Destiny 2 really didn't go in and list all my issues that I have with the game. Most people who saw the video didn't see the videos that led up to it. So after thinking about it, I felt that it was only fair to revisit my issues with the game, so that when people ask, I can really point them here. Also, I want to take the time later in this video to ask the question, can Destiny 2 be saved? Is there a redemption arc in the Destiny saga? Can Bungie pull out of this nosedive, or is it just too late? But we're going to explore that here in just a little bit. But first, let me dive into a little bit of housekeeping. I think it's in order to make sure that if this is your first introduction to our channel, or my history with Destiny, you won't need to go explore our past collection of videos to understand the context of this video here. Even if you don't understand the context though, this is still a good refresher for everyone. First, when I said I was done with Destiny 2, I meant it. This means that I've uninstalled the game, but more than just that, I've unsubscribed to several news sources and podcasts that I watch to get Destiny 2 information. So if Bungie has come out and fixed the game and it's all better now, I am fully unaware of that fact. I view my break with Destiny 2 like I would a break from an ex-girlfriend. I wish them all the best, but I don't keep up with them, and I can say the break from this game has been quite freeing. I feel much happier now than when I was playing the game, and perhaps that might all seem a tad too dramatic, and perhaps you're right. But I'm just being honest here. And finally, it wasn't just one sin that this game made that made me walk away. It was many sins put together that eventually made me see what this game for what it is. A shallow, hollow core of a game that if I was a betting man, Destiny 2 2.0, due out probably this September, will surely try to remedy. But for this gamer, it's not going to matter. So what are these sins? Well, let's start with their biggest sin first for a change.
To us, a sequel just represents an opportunity to start fresh. It represents a chance to welcome new players into our worlds, into the amazing Destiny community that we're all a part of.
Destiny 2 destroyed any point of investing in this game by rebooting the series and having players start fresh. At the time, I wrote this off as a way that they can reset the game for everyone and bring in new players. Luke Smith said at the Destiny 2 reveal this to effect, that the number 2 means something. And he sold me on that idea. But once you clear the campaign, you realize just how much we had to sacrifice to get a better campaign, a better narrative. And then I started thinking about the next 3 years and finding myself saying, if they're just going to reset progress again with Destiny 3, what's the point of doing what I'm doing now? See, Destiny was sold to the community as a 10-year game, a 10-year franchise, and I believe that was their plan originally. However, when they made this decision, they sold it as our characters, that they would be carried forward. And that's what they meant originally. But even if this is a 10-year franchise, and it means that we're just 2 years from another reboot, where everything current players are doing now, all that gets wiped out, all for the number 3, a new marketing campaign, and if history is destined to repeat itself, the same issues the game is having now, all over again, once more with feeling, once more into the breach, I just can't justify that to myself. I can't justify that investment of time and money into this franchise anymore. Now this isn't a sin here, but the gameplay and gunplay was always something I loved about Destiny. But the second major sin here is that they removed any real reason to level up. While this was related to obviously the first issue about everything being reset, I didn't feel special, I didn't feel like my choices mattered, I didn't feel invested in the world. The token system is often actually given grief by the player base, but at first I didn't take much issue with it. But after hours of leveling, I found myself getting bored and unmotivated. I do want to take a second to point out that the issues of no custom matches and the launch of PvP and the real lack of competitive scene when it relates to PvP matches, and the issues with users dropping in and out of PvP, it is so very frustrating. The company that made their mark with games like Halo and understood this ultimate fun fact of PvP from what they established in their past, it feels rushed, it feels like the pressure was on, and that it could always be fixed later. And that mindset isn't exclusive to Bungie or to any one company. It's a cancer that has plagued games ever since we've had the ability to update games post-launch. And this isn't a dig at any studio who updates their game after launch. It's actually a blessing in some cases where players really extend the life of a game, but it's a fine line to walk and it's a difficult thing to push back on a publisher who's ready to try to reap the rewards for their next investors meeting.
This is a big one for us. The raids in Destiny 1 couldn't be experienced by everyone.
And lastly, the straw that broke the camel's back, so to say. It's ultimately how they decide to roll out seasons and the content behind paywalls. To be clear, I have no issues with them trying to make money on any game like Destiny or any other game for that matter. Not at all. But it feels like Activision's hands were up in all their pockets for the whole time. Everything that would have you spend money was incentivized, so it kept you feeling if you didn't pony up the funds, you'd be left in the dust. This boiled down to being a subscription-based game without being called such, where every few months you needed to put money into the tin and go from there. The issue here is they needed better communication. They needed to communicate this up front, but either for fear or just communication issues in general, this ended up blowing up in their faces. The tone deafness of the community leaders only added fuel to the fire, and thus what could have been something great faded off into the void. And now we are brought up to the pivotal question. Can Destiny 2 be saved? If time and money were unlimited, anything is possible. But just recently, a member of the workforce reached out to me via Twitter and we had a great conversation about the state of Destiny. Again, keep in mind, I have not seen any of the roadmap or followed any of the news. But this is to say, I want Destiny 2 to be saved, and I want it to be great. I just don't want to have to spend another penny for it to be that way. It should be that way already. I think the simple answer here is that it's possible for Destiny to be saved. But it's got a long road ahead of itself. The second quote-unquote expansion, and I use that term while rolling my eyes, is set to drop on May 8th. And I own this content because I foolishly bought into the whole season pass drop at the start of it. But that being said, it's going to be a hard battle. Now, I think Destin Legary from IGN said it best when he tweeted, "I'm worried that Destiny 2 maps being free for all is out of concern for splitting the player base at a time when the numbers are so low, instead of a let's do the nice thing. I'm also very curious about the P exclusives for Warmind if they're going to do this with MP multiplayer. This shows me very good things about what Warmind, aka the next expansion, quote-unquote iRoll, is going to be bringing to the system. But are they doing this because of feedback, or are they doing this because they're on live support? I don't know, but I feel it's the latter. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Can Destiny 2 be saved? Should it even matter? Or is the franchise so beyond repair at the moment that it's better just to be excited about something else, like Anthem? Or perhaps not Anthem, depending on how you feel about EA and loot boxes. Either way, I hope this provides more context to the question about the state of Destiny 2, from this former fan. If you feel that I should be getting back into Destiny at any point, be sure to tweet at me at Work2Game or at DelmonteB. I'd love to know your thoughts, but at the time of this recording, I'm having too much fun with so many other games. But anyway, for Work2Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next. But until then, I hope you have a fantastic week, and take care. Thanks so much for watching this video. Brian here. I know I've been kind of on a hiatus from the channel. I've been working on a lot of fun things, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, hit that share button, all that fun social media stuff. I think Annie's having a good day. You having a good day? Anyway, we're going to be back to making regular videos. I look forward to being able to post and share thoughts on all kinds of things. Final Fantasy, RPGs, Destiny, Division, all that. There's just so many good games to play right now. But I just want to say thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Take care.